Learn to develop your talents.
Take some wonderful parsley, put it in my bottle.
They have hotlines, 24-hour hotlines, spiritual.
Enrich your mind and strengthen your body.
And that fear is very valid.
Tune into Sound Mind, Sound Body on Media One Television and develop some insight on realizing your full potential.
Happy holidays and welcome to Sound Mind, Sound Body. I'm your host, Jera Cavalieri, and it's really cold out and snowing. And first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for making it here today. It's a tough drive-in. Today we're going to be talking about holidays and the festivities and the warmth and cheer of the season. And today I have with us our wonderful, famous Marcy Bristol. And how are you?
Good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, too. You look beautiful.
You do, too.
And haven't seen you since fall, and we're back for winter. Before we talk about the festivities, I'd like to, we got a little send-in message, a note card addressed to Sound Mind, Somebody, and the question was, our little quote on our show is, life is God's most precious gift. Learn to develop your talents and realize your full potential. And the question was, this person had written in saying, how can you develop yourself when you have so much stress? If you come from a very stressful situation, like maybe parents fight a lot, or broken home, divorce, what can you do? We say in our show, through talking to a priest or a counselor, a social worker, eating properly, fitness, exercise, to stay focused when you have so much confusion going on. That was the question that we had gotten in. So take it away. How do you?
I'm not sure what age group wrote this question in.
It was teenage.
Teenage.
Yes.
Okay. Well, from a teenage standpoint, again, like we've talked on previous shows, right. The family needs to get help. But I think with any stressful situation that may lead to a more traumatic situation later in life if it's not resolved, you know, I think that whether you're a teenager, a young adult, a senior citizen, you have to make choices in your life to find positive outlets. To go backwards and stay fixated, as we say, which means you stay at a point that's not functional for you, is not healthy. The unfortunate part is if you don't have that support system around you, it's harder to make those choices.
Really difficult.
But you can make those choices. I mean, you take people, and you and I have talked about all the stressors we've had in our life or people's lives or even in our history. And people can take that negative experience and stay there, become fixated
right.
on it, be miserable, or they can use it positively and say when they become parents, I don't want to repeat that same mistake.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to enter my children into a dysfunction family. So I think you need to have choices about what you want to make out of a negative experience and hopefully make it into a positive one.
Well, that answered your question. Very good. That sounds right to me. And we have in front of us, starting to talk about the festivities.
Yes,
this is a
menorah.
And it's for?
Well, it's for the celebration of Hanukkah, which will begin this year, December 22nd. And each year, Hanukkah falls different times. It's always in December, and it's based on the Jewish calendar. So it's not always on the 25th of December like Christmas.
Okay.
And
Hanukkah, it's the...
Well, Hanukkah actually means dedication. The word Hanukkah means dedication, and it celebrates the Festival of Lights. And it actually traces back to 167 BC.
Really?
Yes, when Alexander the Great conquered Syria and Palestine, and that was his territory.
And you know your history.
He allowed the Jewish people to practice their faith. Okay? But a century later, a leader named Antiochus IV came on board, and he was not so kind. And he decided that he was going to take over Syria, and he was not going to allow the Jewish people to practice their faith. Well, to shorten this down, the Jewish people decided to rebel. Some decided they'd obey him because they were afraid. Some decided not to. So a group of very small soldiers, come to be known as the Maccabees, actually got together, this very small group, and overthrew him.
Wow.
And it was actually quite amazing. What happened was when they returned to Syria, they found their temple had been quite destroyed. It was very sad. Everything that they had built to worship in, the Syrians had destroyed. So they spent, as a group, rebuilding this temple. And part of the celebration was to light this candelabra.
Okay.
However, they needed oil to light it. And when they searched around after rebuilding their temple to celebrate, they found only one can of oil. And they wanted 8 cans to light this candelabra. So they said, well, we will light it anyway with this one little can of oil. And a miracle occurred, and it lasted for 8 days. So you have the menorah. This middle candle right here is known as the shamus, and that acts as a servant candle, and you light each candle off.
Off of the...
You light this the first night, and every night you relight this, and you light each candle from that shamus. And it's a very joyous holiday. It's not one of our more religious holidays. It's a festive holiday. We celebrate it with family. Kids get gifts one a night. Some people give them
7. How many?
8 nights.
8 nights.
8
they
days.
get the gifts. Yeah.
Either children can get a gift a night or 8 gifts the first night, but it's to celebrate that miracle that happened in that temple that they rebuilt.
That's why Linko would like to have both in his household. He can have the
actually,
the
gift giving is the minor part of Hanukkah.
He likes it the best.
It's a very minor part of Hanukkah.
It is.
And also there's one of the traditions we have is it's a spinning top called a dreidel, and I don't have one. And where that started was when the Jews were not allowed to pray in their temple, and when they would be secretly praying and this Antiochus would come in, they'd hide their books, and they'd be playing with these spinning tops.
Oh, that's
cool.
Yeah,
and it became a game now where you play with candy.
Well, that was very
so it's a very joyous
holiday,
yeah.
And Christmas is our Savior is born, our baby Jesus, and we celebrate Christmas Eve and we celebrate Christmas Day. And it's about peace, joy, and unity within the family and friends. A lot of love and hope. And again, our Savior's been born, and that's the Christmas and the Hanukkah.
And I think the important thing is this time of the year is that it's family unity. It's a time for families to get together, whatever custom. I think it's great that families get together with different customs and share.
The memory comes most to you of this joyous season for you.
For me, as a child?
Yes, child, adult. What is the highlight?
I think everybody getting together, putting aside their day-to-day routine of, the stress and running around, and just having a wonderful time
together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I have this memory of my grandma making me this beautiful velvet dress for the Christmas season, and she'd line her 8 children up in a little dress, and we go off to church, and then we come home to this glorious meal of pies and chicken and turkey and ham, and it was quite amazing, quite fun, and loving the family, and all is one. So I wish you a very happy holiday season.
I wish you a very happy holiday and a healthy new year.
And a healthy New Year's, and right around the corner there is the new year.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. And next we have Ruth Mosick Johnston, and she is cooking up a very wonderful holiday special. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Thank you again, Marcy. I love having you.
Learn to develop your talent.
My name is Alana Obi. I see my family out there. They may not be my children biologically, but they are still my family. The playgrounds used to be infested, but now my children have a place to play. We bond together, and we take care of the problem. We're watching. This is my block. This is my family.
Hi, I'm Ruth Mosick Johnston, and in the spirit of the season, today we're going to be doing some really neat things. We're going to be making some mulled cider and some spiced cherry wine to celebrate this wonderful festive season. And what's great about the 2 things that I'm doing today is that you can use them for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever particular holiday you celebrate, or if you just want a nice winter warmer, these are perfect. We're going to start out now with the cider, and I've purchased the very brown, not real filtered and pasteurized cider. And we're going to use 8 cups, or close to 8 cups, whatever your pot will take. And I've got the cider in here, and one of the things that's great to use is to put your spices or whatever you're using in some kind of a container. This is a mesh ball that you can purchase at any Asian market, which is kind of cool. You can put it in cheesecloth, you can put it in a little muslin, or you can just put it in the pot and strain it out. I'm going to be using some cinnamon stick, some bay leaves, some cardamom pods, some nutmeg, whole nutmeg, a little bit of allspice, some cloves, and I've got some whole cloves, but if you get stuck in a pinch and you don't have any, you can certainly use the powdered cloves. Another thing that I like to do with my mulled cider is I like kind of a ginger flavor. And for years I used to use crystallized ginger, which is wonderful, but it's very, very expensive. So I've come up with a little idea for you. I've been using ginseng tea bags, which works great, and you sort of get that same peppy little flavor. So I'm going to put 2 tea bags in there, and I'm going to give it a little stir. And then I would put this right on the heat and let this warm gently. You don't want it to boil, you just want it to warm for about a half an hour. And then it'll be just perfectly ready to serve to your guests. So you can try that with cider. Another thing that's kind of neat is using cherry wine. And this is produced by Chateau Grand Traverse, and it's called Traverse Bay Cherry Wine. It has fabulous labels. They do all kinds of neat, beautiful artwork by my husband, David McCall Johnston, which is kind of a neat thing. And you can purchase that at most stores in town. And we're going to open this bottle. There we go. And we're going to pour the whole bottle right in a pan. With the cherry wine, I like to use a mesh container as opposed to just having the spices floating around. With both of these dishes and these drinks, you can certainly use whatever spices that tickle your fancy. I happen to love citrus peel in it, and when you peel your lemon or your orange or your lime, whatever you're using, make sure you get mostly the yellow part or the colored part. You don't want the white part because it's bitter. It's called the pith. So you don't want that in there, and I'm just going to gently put that in. I'm going to put a whole orange, and these are these beautiful mandarin oranges that are very popular right now and in all the stores. And I've just sliced that. And then I'm going to take my cardamom pods, put it in, some nutmeg, and I've broken up the quills of cinnamon stick, and they're all nicely preserved so they can be in there very easily. And I will just drop this in and hook the little hook on the edge for easy removal. And I then, too, just like the cider, would put this on a burner and let it continue to very gently simmer. You don't want this to boil. And obviously, if you're serving wine that has not boiled, you would not be serving this to children under age. This is really an adult drink. With this idea in mind, something that's kind of neat to do to give as gifts is to combine cinnamon stick, some bay leaves, nutmeg, the cardamom, all the ingredients that we've been using, and the cloves, and make sachets, little sachets to give people as gifts. And one of the things that's kind of neat to do is you can buy these wonderful little tea balls, mesh tea balls, and mix all of those ingredients together in a big bowl, and then scoop out proportionate amounts to each of the tea balls that you buy, and then they can just use these for seasoning and spicing up their drinks, or they can use it for their tea later, for loose tea. Another cool option is, and these are a little hard to find, these are from McNichol's Nursery out in Oregon, but they have them at some of the herb stores and some of the craft stores. They're pre-made tea bags, And you can fill these with whatever ingredients you so desire, and you iron them shut, which is kind of cool, and it's real easy to do, and that way you can make your own tea bags or your own sachets for these wonderful little drinks. So with that in mind, I know for myself, I think, okay, I've got these great drinks going. What am I going to serve with these things? And at holiday time, a lot of us go through that process of what to serve. So I've made some dinner cookies. Now, these are not sweet, and they're covered on top with a little splash of oregano. And you can do any kind of a biscuit you like to go with these wonderful drinks and enjoy your holiday. Jera, how about coming up and trying some of these goodies? Do we have some other guests who would like to try?
See how it tastes. Wow, how pretty. Everything's so nice.
Would you like to try the cider or the spiced wine first?
Spiced wine.
Okay. Spiced wine it is.
Spiced wine. Ooh. Yeah. Cookies look great.
Now this
Yummy,
is going to be
yummy.
very, very hot, so please don't burn yourself.
Okay.
And we have napkins here.
All
If
right.
you'd like to take one and pass one
Okay.
to everyone else.
Yes, I can do that. Here you go.
And you must try a
Asti?
dinner cookie.
Cindy and Renee.
Thank you.
There you go. And just go right ahead. Okay.
Here, gals.
Thank you.
There you go.
And I'll give you your drinks in a second.
There you go. And there you go. And okay.
There's lots more.
Yum.
Okay, cider or spiced wine?
Cider.
Well, you know what we're going to do is we're going to, after we're done here, I'll have a taste and have a good time. And we have to wrap it up here. It tastes really good. Ruth, I want to thank you very much for coming to Sound Mind Somebody. Again, our very
My
special
pleasure.
cook. And next we're going to be having
Cider, please.
Renee Bonk, and she is right here tasting, and she's going to put us through a fabulous workout. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back, and let's taste all these goodies. Yum, 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 yum.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Sound mind, sound body.
This remarkable moment brought to you by your family. Isn't it about time? From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I feel as though I'm always holding my breath. Every time the door opens, I don't know who I'll meet. My husband, or will he be someone else? Will he be mean, violent, subdued, or withdrawn? Will he call me names or ignore me?
Alcoholism can suffocate you and your family. If someone's drinking is affecting your life, call this number. You don't have to hold your breath anymore, but to help them, help yourself first.
And welcome back to Sound Mind Somebody. We have Renee Bonk, and we have Asti and Cindy. And Renee, today, what are you going to be putting us through? What kind of workout exactly?
We're going to be doing a weighted workout,
Weighted
Jera.
workout. Okay.
And this is great for the upper, lower body toning. And we're going to start off nice and easy, work our way
Hold
through.
on. Where exactly are you located? Where are you?
I'm downtown Howell,
Okay.
Four Corners up above Mr. B's restaurant. And I've been teaching for 16 years.
Wow, that's a long
And I've
time.
been there for about 6 years.
Well, we're going to come
and,
visit you. We can count on
Thank
it.
you.
We're going to come see you. We love
Okay,
your work.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay, well, what are we going to do now?
Well, we're going to start. Our legs are nice and wide.
Okay.
We want to work our largest muscle group at all the time. Now, right here, we add the weights.
Okay.
Now, these are light handheld weights, Jera,
Okay.
because we'd rather have lighter weights, more reps for tone. And elbows up, and we push and pull. Now, make sure, ladies, your legs are nice and wide, that your knee is not going over your toe. Chest up, inhaling, exhaling, and no death grip on those handheld weights. So muscle the move. Muscle the move.
Okay.
Abs in. Here we go. Push, push,
And then
push.
I'm gonna look like
push.
her. And
Now,
okay.
now we're going to keep our legs going side to side, working that largest muscle group, quadricep and hamstring, and switch the arms, upper body, elbows coming up, and every single move counts. Every move is a pushing, pulling, muscle, muscle, muscle. Woo! Yeah, we're going to fit into that little black dress for sure over the holidays. Right, girls? And
You don't
one more.
have to be coordinated to
3,
do this.
2. Now hold this side and come all the way over. Keep your legs wide. Bicep hold. Chest up, chin up, straight down and up. Down and lift. Now that knee does not push forward. It goes straight down and up. Again. Working that largest muscle group. Keeping the heart rate up while you're toning.
Good, okay. Come on, Cindy, bend your legs, baby.
And 3.
Get on down there.
2. Now hold down. Hold your weights up.
Yeah. Breathe, breathe, breathe at home.
And come back center. Here we go.
Make sure you breathe.
Push and pull. Let's go. Woo! Come on. Upper body with the lower body. We're going to work that whole body. Tone it up. 4 more. 3, 2. Let's go the other side.
Okay.
Back leg out. Bicep curl. Straight down and up. Now, that back is straight. Perfect posture. Abs in. Always secondary work on your abs.
Hold it all tight.
Perfect. Tighten up the bicep. Tighten up the bicep. Chin up, chest up, look center. That knee comes straight down and up. It doesn't come forward. That's 4 and 3. Now hold and bring those weights up. Isolate. Squeeze. Right there. Right there. Good job. Good job. Hold them. Hold them. Now come center and out. Side to side. Yeah, a little different. Elbows stay up. A little different bicep hold here. Now your legs are nice and wide.
Are you going
keeping
over
the heart rate up the whole time?
Renee, are you
We're
going
working
over
the upper body.
Over the knee or?
We do not want our knees to go over your toe.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Now 4 more. And 3. Tighten up the bicep. 2. Now hold them out. Walk the feet in. Hold them out. Isolations work. Come on. Hold them up. And pulse. Now we're at a half squat here. We're not totally standing up. We want to work that lower body. Remember? Here we go. 8.
Now you got to keep your tummy
7.
in.
6.
Butt
Abs
under.
in.
Okay.
Hold. And release right here. And shoulders back. And of course, in my class, we would normally do an 8 to 10 minute warm-up before we would do this. And we would do the weighted workout for 45 minutes non-stop.
Wow, that's a lot.
You guys did a great job.
Woo, Renee, great job. Way to go. Excellent. That was fun. Very fun. Take a deep breath, girls. Breathe in.
Shoulders back right here. Circle around. Cool it down a little bit.
Very good.
And good. For first time, you did great.
Renee, thank you very much for coming.
Oh, thank you.
You're wonderful. Will you come back for our, this is our winner of spring show. I love having her. She's great. Let's give her a big.
Well, I want to tell everybody,
Great job.
Merry Fitness and a Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. That's darling.
Then thank you.
Thank you. This ends our show for the season of the winter. I'd like to thank Sharts Computer Carts for sponsoring Sound Mind, Sound Body. I'd love to thank Media One for all their efforts on having us come in and do the show. They really help us. They work really hard. Amy Otto, you're wonderful. And I just want to say happy holidays. And we're going to be back. I have someone that came in, and she's tried so hard to be Sound Mind, Sound Body. And God is most precious gift. Develop your talents. Realize your full potential, and that's what she's doing. So stay tuned. We're going to come back and have a very special holiday treat for you. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you.
Rita Hayworth was one of the world's most elegant and glamorous movie stars, but she was also my sweet and very loving mother, who was ravaged by Alzheimer's disease when little could be done about it. Today there's treatment and support to manage Alzheimer's. So if someone you love forgets things more and more, I urge you to see a doctor. Unlike my mother's time, today there's hope for Alzheimer's disease.
I'm pregnant. I'm 16, and I feel so alone. We talked about marriage. It's just not possible, and I had so many plans. I want the best for my baby, but I can't be a mom and a dad. I love my baby. I'm not giving her up. I'm giving her more.
Adoption. It's about love.
Welcome back to Sound Mind, Sound Body. As I promised, we have a very special guest. Her name is Katie Cavalieri, and she has a gift for you for the holiday season. She'll be singing "Oh Holy Night." Katie?
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, a night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
Realize your full potential.
Sound mind, sound body.
Learn to develop your talents.
Some wonderful parsley. Put it in my bottle.
They have hotlines, 24-hour hotlines, spiritual.
Enrich your mind and strengthen your body.
And that fear is very valid.
Tune into Sound Mind, Sound Body on Media One Television and develop some insight on realizing your full potential.
The streets. To some, they are only concrete and asphalt. To others, they are home. In our nation, 85% of the homeless are addicted to drugs or alcohol, and these addictions form a chain of destruction that devastates families, destroys lives, and saps the human spirit. This destruction knows no boundaries and cares nothing of age. Help us break the chain. Give to the Pontiac Rescue Mission, where changing lives is our mission.
Realize your full potential.
Mind, sound body.
Learn to develop your talents.
Some wonderful parsley. Put it in my bottle.
They have hotlines, 24-hour hotlines, spiritual.
Enrich your mind and strengthen your body.
And that fear is very valid.
Tune into Sound Mind, Sound Body on Media One Television and develop some insight on realizing your full potential.
Today's teenagers, the way people talk, you'd think they can't do anything right. It's just not so. We get to know over 300,000 kids a year, smart kids who know what they want. They believe in themselves, and they believe in America. Some go straight to college. Others choose to learn leadership, discipline, courage, and commitment first with us. Today's military, making a stronger America, one good kid at a time.